You don't have to be a preacher to be a person of faith. And I guess that's a good thing for me because I am not formally trained in theology. And yet I feel it's important to integrate faith in all aspects of my life. I see really one of the shortcomings of relationships with organized religion as the idea that it only matters when we are attending to it on Sunday or in some other formal situation. To me, faith, in order to be of true value, goes far beyond the refresher courses that I get on Sunday and become most important in how I conduct myself the rest of the week. That's my hope going into this Easter season. Whether you are of the Christian tradition or not, I hope it's possible for everyone to draw from the ideals of Easter and the example that Christ set of what true courage looks like, of what true strength look like, and selflessness and love, all of these being principal ideals of Christianity. Our traditional look at strength is rather one sided. It tends to be based on physical or mental or societal or some other advantage over someone else. The way we exert ourselves that might makes right invariably. Certainly, there are those times when strength is demonstrated that way, but again, whether you're a Christian or not, the example of Christ is available to everyone, and we see a different kind of strength in his ministry. We see a way of reconciling differences that show compassion over might almost every time. If you do happen to believe that God uses Jesus as part of himself, that they are in fact the same, you could certainly understand the possibility that any affront could be settled violently. God would always win. But of course, that is not Christianity. It is quite the opposite of that. Not only is that comforting, but again, it gives us an example of how to go about reconciling our relationships, our differences with others, following that example. It helps, I suppose, if you do embrace a Christian tradition, but you can do it whether you are or are not a Christian. The example is there nonetheless for everybody. Easter to me gives us the chance to be renewed. It's a chance to be reminded of that sacrifice and also all of those ideals that Christ represented during his brief ministry. Those, again, are values that we can live our lives by. And I hope that I'm able to incorporate at least some of them, maybe all of them some of the time, or at least some of them part of the time in my life journey. I am a husband. I am a father. I am a grandfather. I hope I also am consistently a brother to those close to me and those perhaps that I'll never meet directly, but still have some influence on. My hope in offering this message to you is to show that I am willing to talk about these things, even in a society like mine, where Christianity has fallen rather out of favor with the secular leadership. There is a very strong reluctance for us to speak forthrightly for fear that we will be taken as being overly preachy or sticking our nose into someone else's business or otherwise trying to present ourselves as superior to others, the goody two shoes attitude. I hope that you don't see that in me. It certainly is not my intention. What I want to do, though, is share on this Easter season, in this Easter season, the value of a faith foundation in my own life. I have a sincere hope that I'm doing a better job as I get older in adhering to those values in my interactions with my family, with my friends, with business associates, and really with everybody else too. Do I do it? Sometimes, not always. If you are also struggling, we're in this together. If you are reluctant to embrace faith because you feel it has fallen out of fashion, I would invite you on this Easter weekend to give it another try. Give faith a chance.